Welcome once again, my dear friends. It's our second lecture of figures of speech. You have figure of speech in 11th and 12th standard. Now in this lecture we are going to see here anticlimax. Before we have completed climax figure of speech. So now we are going to see here about anticlimax. So what is in anticlimax? The characteristic of anticlimax is mainly when in a sentence ideas are presented in descending order. Then this called is as anticlimax. The example of it that soldier fights for glory and a shilling a day. So here the words are arranged in this sentence in descending order. Means here the glory as well as a shilling a day, these two ideas are arranged here in descending order of the importance of the words. So what is more important, that is came here first, and which is very less important word, that is come here in the next. It is called as the anticlimax. Now in the second example we are going to see it that he swears before sun, moon and leaves. So in this sentence also the figure of speech is used here anticlimax. So you have to write explanation of this type. So in this sentence the figure of speech is anticlimax because here the words sun, moon and leaves, these all three words are arranged in descending order of the words importance. Here the one most important word is here sun came here in the earlier. Then next to it, what is important there? The word moon. And then what is the less important, least important? It is came here lastly in this sentence. So we can call it as anticlimax. So you can differentiate between climax and anticlimax here. So in climax the words are arranged in ascending order. Means what? Last time I have gave you the example of climax that she came. What is that example? That she came, she saw and she conquered. Means she she owned victory there. So that is conquered. So what is the last one word here is the most important and which is came lastly in that sentence, and which is the least important, that word come at firstly or at earlier in climax. But here we have seen that the most important word that is came earlier in the first sentence, that is glory, and what is the least important, it is came here in the lastly. As well as in the second sentence also the sun word is the most important, so it comes here earlier, but moon and leaves, these two words come here at the end of the sentence here. Now we are going to see the next figure of speech, and that is the name of the figure of speech is transferred epithet. Now I want to explain it. The figure of speech explains itself in the name of its only, that is transferred. Transferred means what? It is transferred from one object or one thing to another thing. And then epithet means what? Epithet means an adjective. So here the meaning of this figure of speech is that an adjective is transferred from one object to another object. It is called as transfer epithet. Now we are going to see here the characteristic of this figure of speech. So what is the characteristic of this figure of speech? That is, one adjective is transferred from its suitable noun to another noun. It is called as transferred epithet. Now take an example of it, that is, I passed 3 sleepless nights. So there is here in this sentence the noun is here nights as well as I also. These two nouns are in this sentence. But here actually C plus is person. Means here C plus is definitely owns to I, but it is given to Knights. Okay, it is transferred from I to Knights. So it is called as transferred epithet, and that's why this adjective sleepless, this an adjective transferred from I noun to Knights this noun. So we can call it as transferred epithet. Now next example of it that I want to give here, kind palm. So it is palm of yours. So kind palm, actually kind is an adjective of a person which describes a person, but here it is transfers to palm. So here we can say transferred epithet. So in the third sentence also I am going to explain it, that Veena shook her doubtful curls. Okay, curly hair, that is curls. Now Veena, this is noun in this sentence, as well as curls also noun in this sentence. But here doubtful, this is an adjective transferred from Veena, this noun, to curls, this noun. So we can say here in this sentence the figure of speech is transfer epithet. So once again remember that transferred means what? And epithet means an adjective. Transferred means transfer from one thing or one object to another object. It is called as transferred, and epithet means an adjective. Now we are going towards again the next figure of speech, and that is paradox. So in a paradox, when in a sentence self-contradictory. Self-contradictory means what? Self-contrast or opposites statements are made when the figure of speech is called as paradox. Now take an example of it, that her questions found their own answers. So in this sentence two contradictory words are here. So what are these words? Questions and answers. These two self-contradictory words, or we can say two opposite words are here. That's why it is paradox. Now take second example of it, that the best teacher is who teaches least. So as all of you knew that teacher always teach lots of things to us. The teacher who explains most or more there, the teacher is called as best. But here is the sentence is that the best teacher is who teaches least, very less, that is least. So the best teacher is who teaches least. So least and best teacher, these are two contradictory words or ideas, so we can call it as paradox. Now next is the figure of speech. We are going to see euphemism. Euphemism, when in a sentence unpleasant, which is not likely so much, it is called as unpleasant facts are presented in a pleasant or likely manner or in the form, then it is called as euphemism. Okay, so the figure of speech example of it, that he is no more. Oftenly the doctor said or always says like this sentence, he is no more. So no more means what? Actually the person is dead there. So the unpleasant thing, what is the unpleasant thing is here? That is death of someone's there. And in a manner it is said that he is no more in a pleasant way. Directly not. It is shocking news then when someone or the doctor is directly not going to say that this person is dead. So it's the shocking to another person. That's why the doctor often use the sentence like that or the words like that. No more means dead here. Means what? No more. This is the pleasant words, and it here is actually the idea is unpleasant, that is death of someone. Now next is here the second example, when I am gone away. Actually here gone away means what? Death of someone again here. So means here gone away. So here gone away. This means what actually? death of someone's again. So it is the pleasant way, gone away, and unpleasant idea is there is death of someone's again. Now we are going to see next figure of speech, that is synecdoche. So what is in synecdoche? That is when in a sentence a part is used to designate the whole or vice versa. That is called as a synecdoche. So take an example of it, that more hands should be employed. In this sentence, actually more hands means what? More people. So this is the main idea behind more hands. So we can call it as synecdoche. So in this sentence, the figure of speech is synecdoche. Now take another example of it, that give us our daily bread. Daily bread means what? Actually not bread here, means what? Wages or salary there. So give us our daily salary. So daily bread, this part actually designate for the salary or the wages there. So in this sentence, the figure of speech is synecdoche is used. Now next figure of speech, and that is pun. So what is in the pun? In this figure of speech, a word is used with two meanings. Okay, the word is same, but it is used in that sentence which have two meanings there or more than two meanings. So for example, here take here an example of it, yawning divide. This is the title of the text there. I want to give here. Yawning means what? Posing a big gap. It is called as the yawning, and inhaling deeply, it is called also yawning. Okay, two meanings it has, the word yawning. So we can say here the figure of speech is pun. Again here when we are going to use present in the sentence, at that time present also have the two meanings. Okay, present also has the two meanings. The first one is, it is opposite to absent, and second one is, if you want to give gift to someone, that is also called as the present. So in the two sense, the word present is used in this figure of speech. Okay, thank you all of you.